I feel privileged.
Oh yeah, welcome to Thursday night, the Kingdom Way. And yeah, welcome, Pat. So, how's your week been? Does your camera work? Are you good to go on camera or no?
Oh, if you could only probably see part in because I'm laying down.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
No problem.
I've got my head on the pillow, lying
Yep.
down.
Yep.
But yeah, my week. Well, I had such a good day yesterday,
What'd you
and
do?
oh, I just everything just seemed to click in place. I was feeling energetic, and I got a lot of decluttering done.
Oh,
And
awesome.
I got a lot in my bedroom cleaned up, and oh, I
Yep.
just seemed to do a lot of things that were needed to be done. And I was flying high, And then today I haven't been, I just can't even move today. I haven't even gone for a walk, which is really weird for me.
I haven't gone for a walk either, and it's a beautiful day today.
Yeah, here too. And, and normally I'm pretty good I mean, I hardly miss it a day. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll get it together later a little bit, but I usually like going early in the morning even. And yeah, not today. And I don't know if it's because I did so much yesterday that today I'm feeling, maybe it's exhaustion more than, depressed, but I just feel really low.
Yeah, I don't know what I did yesterday. I can't even think of what I did. But anyway, um, yeah, I wound up not walking today, really not doing anything. I vacuumed the floor. That's as ambitious as I got. I like it when you've got energy. And I
I
woke up this morning, I
know.
thought I had no energy. I thought
No,
I
I
just have
didn't
no
either.
energy. I'm done.
Yeah,
So
before I got started, I was done.
yeah, before I got started, I was done. But get once you get some of that decluttering done, it really makes you feel great. Or anything that you've got on your list of to-dos, once you
I
get it off
know.
the list, you know,
Well,
like the
and
vacuuming. Okay, I got that off the list. At least there's something and the cat tree thing cleaned up and whatever.
I did
But
clean the kitchen, but it wasn't really, it just so that I have clean dishes for the next meal, really more than really cleaning. And I ordered
right.
some curtains yesterday on my high, and and I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Like just already made curtains because it gets so hot. My place is southwest with a lot of windows. Like I
Okay.
hardly have any wall on the south side or the
Yep.
west side of my living area.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, and it just gets like very
Hot.
uncomfortable. Yeah, yeah. Not pleasantly hot, like
No.
just sweaty, sick kind of heat. And
Yeah.
so I thought, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going through another summer. So I kind of measured what I thought, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know how to do the rods, and I couldn't do them anyway. And I don't know who to call. And then I get kind of like, do I have to make all these decisions by myself?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well, when
get,
I moved in, I got somebody to put rods up, and the same curtains are hanging. I've been here 8 years. They've never been taken down. They probably should to be cleaned, but anyway, they never have.
no.
And
And so who
I
did you,
face the west.
was it a friend that put them up or a relative or was it?
No, when I moved into the apartment, and it's a senior's apartment, so everybody was in a room and they were all playing cards.
Oh,
I walked into the room where everybody's playing cards and I said, "Excuse me, is there
oh,
anybody here that would be willing to help me?" And one of the guys volunteers. He's since passed away, but he
oh,
volunteered to come over and just put up rods for me.
wow. Yeah. So I think mine is a little bit more complicated because it's not just straight windows. It's
Yeah, mine
it
are simple.
Yeah, that would be nice. But mine have, you go along, and then you have, I don't know what you call that. Then it's a window that isn't, isn't south and it isn't west. It's sort of in
Okay.
between. Do you know what I mean? So it
Yeah,
goes
okay.
along straight and then it kind of veers. Is that 90 degree or whatever? You know, it goes like at an angle and then it straightens up again. So that's a bit of a complicated, it's not just a
Yeah,
straight window with a rod. I don't know how
right.
they're, so I put this, I ordered these curtains and they're coming and I don't know how that we're going to put them up. I
Yeah.
don't know who's going to, like, I don't even know who to call to help because if you call those curtain places, they want you to buy from them the custom made curtains and then they'll put them up. But then who do I get? What does one do to get to get somebody who's going to be
Well, what
knowledgeable?
you do is you go to a church?
No.
Okay.
I
Because
I mean the church,
otherwise you just send a message to the church and say, I need a handyman to help me with this, that, or the other, and you'll get one. Like all my pictures, I got somebody from the church to do that. I just contacted the church and said I needed a handyman for pictures and things like that. So he put all those up.
the church that I was going to has sort of collapsed and it's a tragedy and really I think it's going to close and yeah, there was sin in the church.
Well, you
So
know,
it's it's not working out.
it's the same everywhere. It's
Yeah.
the same everywhere. I've known pastors
Yeah.
and worked in that area, counseled pastors and leadership, and we are sinners.
Yeah.
Basically, we are. And yeah, we don't want to sin. We don't want to sin. We get that. We don't want to, but we wind up doing it anyway.
I
I
know.
mean,
Yeah, and the tragedy is, of course, that he left. It was the pastor, um there was a senior pastor, and then there was the I don't know, the senior pastor is almost like gone. He's so old now, but and it was his son-in-law that committed the adultery and then some other stuff too. So it was really bad. It's like been a real struggle for
yeah.
them and they've stopped going and the old guy can't really do, oh, it's just so I've been kind of thinking, okay, where do I belong now?
Yeah.
Where can I go?
Well,
So
there
that's
has to be
been a
somewhere.
bit,
So what you do is ask God.
yeah,
Ask him, where
yeah.
can I go? Where's it? Because you need to have fellowship somewhere. So where can I go for fellowship with other believers? Where for that? And also ask him, where can I get someone to help me with this, that, or the other? And he will lead you.
Yeah.
Just follow your heart. What's in there? Like who should I call? Who should I contact? I know in my area we have also seniors help. Like if you need help, you can call
Oh,
some
I did,
seniors place
yeah, see that's an idea. I
and
could,
just say, I need help with this. And they might not do it, but they might know someone that can do
no,
that.
yeah, that's right. Because and it has to be somebody who kind of knows how to do a curve. Like it's
Right,
not like just a rod and then a rod. It's
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was my week. And yeah, and some of it was really good. And I hate it. Like I was just trying to think, oh, why can't I shift this? Because yesterday I was just on top, and yeah, oh, I don't like the mood swings. Yeah.
No, I don't blame you. Who took my book? Oh, here it is. The cat's here. So I'm thinking, did the cat move it again? I don't know. They knock
Yeah,
things over all the time.
those
And
cats, they do some very strange things.
well, they do. And I had my table, I have a side table. I had it on my right side. Well, behind that on the floor is the modem and router. And on the last modem I had, the cats knocked my drink this
Oh
over
yeah,
the modem, and it fried the modem. It was done.
you're
So I got a new
frozen.
I got a new modem, and
Uh-oh, you're
yesterday,
stuck.
Yesterday, the cat
If you
did
can
it
hear
again,
me.
knocked it.
Oh, you're
Well,
back.
I can hear you. Oh,
Yeah, you were
it
just
broke.
stuck for quite a while.
Oh, yeah, it says my internet
Yeah,
connection is unstable. That's what it says. Oh, that's not a good thing, is it?
no.
Okay. And whoops, turn that off. And then yesterday, the um the cat knocked it over again. And I thought, no,
Right.
because I can't get another modem. So anyway, I moved the table to the opposite side, which for me is very confusing because it's not right. But I can't lose the modem. So that's my story.
Yeah.
These cats, I'm telling you,
I know we love them, but they're challenging sometimes.
they're challenging. And the amount of hair, like I vacuumed today. I don't know. I probably got 6 cups of hair out of the carpet.
Wow.
It's never ending. And I'm not very good at grooming. I confess that.
Yeah, you really do have to do it every day.
That's
My
not happening.
Yeah, no, and nor would it be for me, but my daughter-in-law has her two British short hair, and she I don't know why they're called short hair because they're not very short hair. But anyway,
Yeah.
she has to brush them every day. And when I
No,
was looking after them, if I missed a day, the next day, the fur was everywhere.
yeah. I just have fur everywhere. I get a groomer in once in a while. I get one of the cats shaved and the other one just a good grooming. Yeah, it takes two people. You need one to hold them down. They don't like it.
No, I know. It's not as bad as trying to brush their teeth, though.
Well, I've never done that.
Uh, well, I guess mainly with the dogs. I think
But
that, yeah,
I never did it with dogs either. I just got those teething
bones.
things, whatever, supposed
Yeah,
to clean them. But
yeah,
if you feed them the proper diet for that animal,
yeah.
so that was really it's is meat, they're not going to get cavities with that.
The raw food.
Yeah, the
The
raw
raw,
food.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We used
And
to
we
do
happen
that.
to have a raw food place just down the street for animals.
Yeah, we have it over. Yeah, we have one anyway. We did. I don't know if it's still around, but yeah, people with the dogs and cats
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
their meat.
They deliver all over, but the actual factory or whatever you want to call it is just down the street.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, what I like to do, Pat, in this meeting is I like to start by reading from this book. Now, this book is not online to my knowledge. It was given to me by Melanie, who's in this group, but nobody's here because it's summertime. They're all taken off doing fun stuff, I guess. But it's hearing the still small voice,
Oh,
prophetic
yeah.
words, prophetic words for everyday living. So I usually just read one page,
Oh,
and
nice.
and then as you listen, think about how God is speaking to you from this page, because it seems every week He's speaking to us. He's always speaking. We're just not always listening. Anyway, this is what it says. I am not the author of confusion.
Mm.
I'm not the author of confusion. Your mind is in turmoil, tossed and driven like waves on the sea. But I speak to your storm today and I say, peace, be still. Be still and know that I am God. Peace I impart to you. My peace I give unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Did I not say that I would not leave you comfortless, but that I would send a comforter, one who would abide with you and walk beside you? You can and will come through this place of testing, for the battle is not yours, but mine, and victory has already been secured. Though the
Mhm.
mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Isn't it? She just she just heard the Lord speaking and wrote it down. But when you look at that, the peace, when people look at the news today, or if they look at the news, because you can only take part of it as being true and the rest of it is
Right.
whatever, just political gobbledygook. And yeah, I guess the latest, oh, there's wars, rumors of wars. We know that's going to happen, Matthew 24, right? And the end times. We know we're near the end times, but people sometimes are afraid of all of that. And we don't need to be afraid. That's what God says. Don't, fear not. Fear not. I'm with you. Don't worry about it. It's going to work
Yeah.
out. And then there's this new Ebola thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are panicking over that too, even though it's way different than what we had in 2020. But a lot of people are feeling like, well, it, might feel like it's a repeat, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's not transmitted very differently. So, and just be at peace. The other thing I think that helps with being at peace is living in the moment, in the present, which again is what the Lord teaches us, not to be anxious about tomorrow. Sufficient is today. So when we look at today here, it's a beautiful sunny day. I kind of took a day off and I just relaxed and rested, didn't do a whole lot, but just today.
Mhm.
And it's a nice place to live in the present instead of what am I going to do about this? What am I going to do about that? Or living in the past when you get depressed, you think, oh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda,
Yeah.
on whatever. Or this happened to me or that happened to me, woe is me, that kind of stuff. Or regrets. Oh, live in the right now. And when you live in the right now, everything's good. Even if circumstances are bad, there's something in the right now that is good, whatever it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah. I wish we
Yeah,
didn't have to make decisions because decisions are about the future and we have to make the decision right now
we
about
do.
something in the future, even just as simple as the curtains. I had to make a decision yesterday and it's about the future when they come, they might, and so it's sort of like I have to live in today, but I have to make decisions about tomorrow.
Yes. And what does the word say? Right? That
Be
we
anxious for
plan
nothing.
our ways, we make those decisions, we plan our ways, but God will order our steps. So sometimes we think we're going to do this, that, or the other, even in ordering something. And then you get a notice back, I'm sorry, this item is not available anymore, or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
So that was not the decision because you got this other message that came in. But when we make decisions, we want to make sure we're attentive to what the Holy Spirit's saying to us. And we kind of go with that. Is it the right decision or the wrong decision? It really doesn't matter because God's able to weave things into the right way if we have looked to him to begin with. And
Yeah.
where you have peace in the decision, that's the decision, the one to choose. So you're looking at two paths. Should I take this job or should I take that job? Which way should I go? Or should I take this program at school or that program at school? Should I,
Uh-huh.
do this or do that? Which one brings you peace? Which one? And sometimes I find that if you're really leaning into something and it's like, hey, I'm curious about that. That's like the Holy Spirit's drawn you to find out something about that, whatever
Right.
that is. And then there's also muscle testing, sway testing. I don't know if you've ever looked at that, but sway testing it's kind of like this, or you can do it with your body. So you're holding your two hands, your eyes are closed, and you're just asking the Lord, if this is the right thing to do, just show me and my right hand, and if it's not, it's this one. Like which one's so if this choice or that choice, and
So
whichever
one
one
would be
kind of
one hand would represent a
the
certain
choice
path.
that
Yeah.
one choice and one is the other choice, and
Okay.
then so the one that kind of weighs is the right choice. Or if you're leaning forward, like I said, into something, That's the choice. There's something there that's drawing you to that.
Yeah. Huh.
And but ultimately peace.
Yeah. What
That's
decision do you feel the most peaceful about?
the most peaceful about, right?
Well, with these curtains, I've been investigating and I've been checking, and it was yesterday was the day. Like I thought, enough. This has been like 2 years I've been trying to get curtains.
There you go. And that was the time. Now was the time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I just thought, you know what? They might not be perfect, but I'm not going to put out the 2,000 or 3,000 or $4,000 to get custom made ones.
Right.
So I'm just going to go with what they are, and they're not going to be the best, but they are blackout curtains. So, it'll cool the place down and it keeps it warmer in the winter, which will be nice too.
Yeah.
So and it's not like fancy, luxurious curtains, but it'll do.
Yeah. And that's what I have. They're blackout curtains, and I got them from Walmart when I moved in.
Yeah,
So they're not expensive, but I'm on the west side, so I get a lot of heat in that latter part of the day after four
right,
o'clock.
right,
But the rest of the day it's cool. But it's that evening, which is in the wintertime very nice. But in the
right.
summertime, it's too hot.
Yeah.
So
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 when you draw that curtain, do you leave a little bit open so you can, like, it's not totally dark?
it's not totally dark.
No. Okay.
No. Um, I don't leave a little bit open, but I guess maybe they're not right to the right against maybe the wall, maybe the rod's out a
So
bit.
some
There's
light
always
comes through
there's a
somewhere.
little bit of light.
Yeah.
Yeah. But usually if I have them totally closed, I have a light on.
Okay. But I
Mhm.
bet it cools it down a lot, right?
A lot. So when I
Uh,
do, if I know it's going to be a very hot day and I'm going to be out, I will close them in the morning time and leave them closed. And later on in the day, I'll turn the air conditioner on when I get home. But I don't have it on all day because I don't need to. It cools down at nighttime usually.
yeah. Yeah. Cool. That's really good. Yeah. Huh.
Hmm. It
But of
works.
course, me being Southwest, I also get it all day long.
I know. Yeah,
And it's
that's way
like
worse. I've been up.
120 in here by
I
5 o'clock.
I've had that. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I really feel like I've done the best I could,
Yeah.
and I
And
just
that's
need,
all you can do.
yeah, and I just need to find somebody who can help me with the curtain rod.
Right. Yeah. Well, what
And
we're
you
going to
do,
do now is,
sorry, go
um,
ahead.
if you're okay, we're going to have a look at this book that I've
Oh,
been
good.
reading from. It's called The Biblio, Biblio Diet. It's by Josh Axe and Jordan Rubin. And they have amazing testimonies, if you've never heard them, testimonies of healing. But what they do is they look into the Bible at the foods that were eaten there, and then they kind of connect that with science and how that benefits you today. So it's a very interesting book. Regardless of whatever your food plan is, there's something that you can glean from this. And like we were talking about God speaking, well, I believe that God will speak to you, speak to everyone that's listening on this. Now, we've looked at fruit, we've looked at honey, we've looked at grains, and now we're going to look at salt because
Hmm.
the common theme out there is, oh, don't use too much salt. It's going to raise your blood pressure. Well, that's not entirely true. Now, it does initially do that, but there's benefits to salt. So let's find out what Josh Axe and Jordan Rubin have to say about that. So I'll read, and at any time, if you want to chime in, Pat, feel free to chime in, and I'll try to stop from time to time and
Okay,
just see
good.
if you've
Thanks.
got a comment. Okay.
Uh-uh.
So this is about salting your water. In 1992, Dr. whatever Faradun, oh, I can't pronounce the next one, Batman Galigi or something, wrote a book titled Your Body's Many Cries for Water. that sold millions of copies. So the message of the book centers on his assertion that most illnesses and pain come from chronic dehydration. That's interesting. So this accidental discovery came about when he was a political prisoner in Iran. Fellow prisoners sought his help for the pain of peptic ulcers. He prescribed drinking several glasses of water at regular intervals. This simple yet effective treatment perfectly cured about 3,000 patients. So when Dr. Batman Geldy or whatever was released from prison
You
and
can
came
just
to the
say
United
Dr. B.
Let's do that, Dr. B. So when Dr. B was released from prison and came to the United States, he further investigated the role of water in the body. In an interview with The Independent, he said, "We've made the mistake of assuming that because water is freely available and costs nothing, the body cannot likely fall short of it. I believe that most physical pains are signals that the body needs rehydrating and that we ignore these signals at our peril." Do you drink much, Pat?
Not
What?
nearly enough. I have such a hard time getting that,
Really?
like unless I'm taking a pill or something. Yeah, I hate water,
Do
but I've
you
got it.
do you
I have to do it. It's so important.
yeah? And do you drink something else?
Decaf coffee.
I drink decaf coffee, but my decaf coffee is black and it's so weak.
Yeah, mine is
So
pretty weak too. Yeah.
yeah, mine is
It
extremely
looks
weak.
almost like a dark tea. It doesn't look,
Yes.
yeah, it doesn't look like a dark, rich coffee,
Yeah.
but I like
Me,
it.
t- me too. And I put electrolytes in mine, which is basically salt, magnesium, and
Oh,
potassium.
I should try that.
And I buy Element, which is LMNT.
And does it change the
And
taste?
well, no, you can get the ones that don't have any flavor at all,
Uh, uh,
which I use that sometimes, and sometimes I'll use one of the chocolate ones. There's a chocolate raspberry, a chocolate chai,
oh my
and
God.
there's a chocolate mint one.
Oh,
So
nice.
I like
Fancy.
I like the chocolate mint one. It doesn't
Yeah.
have any sugar in it.
No,
It does have some sweetener in it, but
but
it's
not
so
sugar.
little. I'm not
Yeah,
concerned.
that's good. Wow.
Some people won't do that, you know, so that's up to them.
Yeah, we
Each
all
one
have,
has to do
yeah.
right.
I thought, oh gee, because I know Joan is against, you know, any kind of coffee.
I know, and a lot of people are. They do carry sometimes mycotoxins, and molds, so um, they can be really bad. So you want to make sure you've got a good source. I like the Swiss water process
That's the one I
decaf
got.
coffee.
Yeah.
Swiss water processed decaf coffee. The reason for that is if you just get decaf coffee, then it's
It's
decaffeinated using
chemically.
chemicals,
Yeah.
chemically, right? Whereas if you get the Swiss water process, there are videos on how that's done. I know Dr. Sivas has a good one out there, and each to his own.
Yeah. And to me, it's a, I don't have much things that I think are so lovely. I know we shouldn't have to have treats, but I'm just gonna get myself some water now that you said that.
There you go. Well, I also use stevia, and I know there's a lot of controversy over that. Dr. Ben Bickman says it doesn't raise your insulin, and that's my big concern is blood sugars. So I don't want my blood sugar to go up. So I feel like I'm okay with that. But some people won't use any at all. Some people that use sweeteners, which we have talked about in this book as well. Some people that use sweeteners, they find that there's an effect, a cephalic effect. So they have something sweet and that gives them cravings, which personally I agree with if I've had nothing else. But if I have it like with food, at a meal or something, I don't find a problem.
You don't
So,
find it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but that's with the stevia. Now, some of the other ones do raise your insulin. So you got to find out what works for you. Testing is always good if you can do that. I'm in
Yeah.
Canada. We don't do a lot of testing here, but that's how life is. But I do have a Keto Mojo, so I can test ketones and I can test blood sugar and a few other things. But
Is that a continual one or Mojo?
no, I don't have the continual one.
What's a
No,
Mojo? Is that a brand name?
it's a brand name, yeah.
Yeah.
But I prick my finger, and I don't do it very often because it's pretty much always the same.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to Dr.
Okay.
B.
Sounds good.
So, as his research continued, can you guess what companion Dr. B recommended for water to maintain hydration? That's right. He recommended salt. Hydration is just as much about maintaining healthy electrolyte levels as drinking water. Electrolytes are the 5 mineral salts: sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, and chloride. Drinking large amounts of water without consuming additional salt, including electrolytes, could worsen dehydration. So,
Wow.
after activity or intense exercise, the amount of water and, more importantly, salt that is lost is significant. You must replenish with both fluids and electrolytes, which are found in whole mineral salt. More on that later, or risk paying the price. Now, where I live close to what was called Steel City. And Steel City, which is Hamilton, Ontario,
Oh.
the people that work in the factories there in this at where they make the steel, it gets extremely hot, especially in the summer. So they have to take salt tablets because
Oh.
otherwise they become too dehydrated. They'll be passing out.
Gee.
And people that do sports, they're probably taking some sort of electrolyte drink or something like that. If
Yeah.
you're sick, if you have vomiting or diarrhea, you want to take an electrolyte. But even on a regular basis, some people do really well. Maybe not with all, they may not need all electrolytes if they're getting it from their food, but they may need more salt. So let's look at what Dr. B says. He says, salt is a vital substance for the survival of all living creatures, particularly humans, and especially people with asthma, allergies, and autoimmune disease. He praised salt for its numerous abilities, including sleep regulation, asthma relief, and helping to de stress the body, extract excess acidity from inside the cells, particularly the brain cells, and preserve serotonin levels in the brain. Adding salt to your water helps your body absorb and use the water more efficiently. The salt also makes water more alkaline, aiding natural healing processes. So Dr. B advocated daily consumption of 3 to 4 grams of sea salt for every 10 glasses of water, equivalent to a quarter teaspoon of salt per quart of water. And it's simple to do. Start by adding either a pinch of Celtic sea salt to each glass of preferably room temperature water you drink, or a quarter teaspoon to every quart, which is 4 glasses. Don't gulp it down. Spread your water intake throughout the day. Start by drinking a glass first thing in the morning because we're all dehydrated when we wake up. Then
Hmm.
continue throughout the day. Adjust your salt intake based on taste and how your body feels. If the water tastes too salty, reduce the amount of salt slightly. There's something else out there. I don't know if he talks about it, but it's called Soleil water. SOLE. Soleil water. And it's where you saturate water with salt, and then you just take a tablespoon of the water and you use that. And the reason for that is that you've released the minerals. I use Redmond's real salt or Malden's flake salt because I happen to like that one. But Redmond's real salt has minerals from the ground because that's what we're missing in our water. Whether you're using reverse osmosis or whether you're using just regular tap water, which is not so great because in tap water you've got the bromides, chlorine, and fluoride, and
Hmm.
that is really difficult for your thyroid. It blocks the receptors for iodine. And so what you want to have is replace the minerals. Now, years ago in Jesus' time, and I don't know if he gets into this or not, but in Jesus' time, they would have drank from the river, from a stream. Now, streams naturally get the minerals from the ground. The
Right.
reason we don't drink from a stream now because of the pollution, because we've got chemicals off the fields. We've got all sorts of things going into that stream, industrial waste, everything is going in that stream nowadays. The rain, like it's not great. But if we're getting it from either sea salt, like a Celtic sea salt, or we're getting the minerals from deep in the ground, then that is way better for us.
Yeah.
So the English word salad comes from the Latin word salata, which means salted greens. Well, I did not know that.
Wow. Huh.
What's the connection? Ancient Romans would dip lettuce in salt. While we don't recommend covering food with copious amounts of table salt, hopefully you've walked away from this chapter with a healthy respect for this multi-mineral bonanza. Start your new salty habit today by swapping out the unhealthy table salt. You know, a lot of the salt that we have, the table salts, they're adulterated basically. And sometimes they even have sugar in them. The salts that you have in restaurants oftentimes have sugar in them because that feeds that addiction for the salt and the sugar. Yeah.
I didn't believe that, and then I went to the grocery store. I don't use regular salt, and I looked, and there it was, sugar. And I said, I cannot believe that.
I know. Sugars and everything, and sugar is a deadly poison. Yep. So if anybody's looking to make a change, first things, get rid of sugar, flour, and the processed foods because of the added chemicals that are in them. That would be the first things to get rid of. And you don't have to be perfect. If you're aiming for 80%, that's great. But you got to get rid of them. Now, the sugar and flour, I'd say get rid of first thing.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it. Anyway, start your new salty habit today by swapping out the unhealthy table salt in your pantry or on your kitchen table with a whole, unrefined salt, such as the Celtic sea salt. Like I said, I use Redmond's, which comes from a mine, a deep mine in the ground in Utah. So take action now. It's simple. Unless you use it already, trade your current table and seasoning salt for Celtic sea salt or a similar unrefined whole salt. You can actually see it in the salt too. You can see that there's little dark flecks in there all over the place. Well, that's the other minerals that you want from the ground. You can find Celtic sea salt. Yep.
Sorry, it was Redmond's, and then the other one was what?
Maldon's, Maldons, flake salt. That's what I like that. Now that one is white. I don't know that it has the minerals that Redmond's does.
Malden.
But Redmond's is very good.
Okay, I just wrote it down. Thanks.
But I happen to like the flaked ones on some things. It's a lot of salt, but it's good. Anyway, so find it online in health and wellness stores and in supermarkets. Elevate your hydration by adding a pinch of Celtic sea salt to every glass of water you drink, or a quarter teaspoon to every quart. I use way more than that. I don't even know how much I use in a day. I couldn't tell you. I'm going to say 3 or 4 tablespoons. I bet.
So is that in the water or just in everything?
In everything. Probably 3 or 4 tablespoons, because the Maldons, I just pour it on my food, and I use it in my drinks. I use the electrolytes, which has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, so I use a pack of that a day probably. And but the thing is, I have hyponatremia most of the time, which just means low salt in the bloodstream. And my blood pressure, I took my blood pressure today, and that's something I used to suffer with a lot, was high blood pressure. My blood pressure was 123 over 76, and my heart rate was, I think, 59,
Wow,
55. It's closer to 50 when I first wake up, but that's just where it goes.
that's low. Hmm.
Alrighty. Any other comments on salt before we
No, that
move
was
into
very
spices?
interesting, though. It's very
Isn't
interesting.
it? Isn't it? Yeah. As I'm
Hmm.
saying, he takes what's biblical, what they've used there, and salt was used there a lot. We are the salt of the earth, but he uses the salt a lot, which we, and yeah, now we're going to get into spices. So Chelsea and I, so this is Josh speaking, stood at the entrance of a bustling farmers market in Italy. This was our second trip to Europe, and we were on assignment from our first cooking class hosted by a renowned chef. Our task? To collect all the ingredients needed to prepare our main dish. The moment I entered this farmers market, I was blown away by the sensory explosion. Fresh herbs hung from the stalls, plump tomatoes and vibrant peppers showcased their brilliant colors in the gleaming sunlight. Artisans' hands spun and tossed freshly made pasta. The air was thick with the luxurious notes of saffron, the sweetness of basil, and a hint of peppery oregano. Each herb and spice had its own scent and story. This symphony of aromas was nothing like walking into a local grocery store, which I find often smells like a mix of cleaning products or bleach. Herbs and spices do more than add flavor and color to bland dishes. With their antioxidant and antimicrobial effects, they can transform our health. Upon opening my functional medicine clinic in Nashville, I was surprised by the number of patients who had already seen multiple mainstream doctors without finding relief. Many arrived feeling ill and resigned to a life of chronic health issues, often stemming from toxic lifestyles, poor eating habits, and emotional imbalances. So once we introduced personalized dietary tweaks, lifestyle shifts, and natural wonders like ancient herbs and essential oils, these patients started to witness remarkable transformations. They lost weight, regained energy, and took back control of their health. Many even successfully reversed their type 2 diabetes diagnosis. So, Pat, do you use fresh herbs or do you, and spices, or do you, like, what do you use? Or do you
Both,
use the ones
both.
in the box?
I have,
Both.
yeah, both. Yeah, it just depends if I don't have what I need, like for instance, the dill. If I don't have it fresh, then I use my dried dill or
Yeah.
oregano or um, basil. I like fresh, but yeah. So,
Now, the fresh ones, do you buy them at the supermarket or do you grow them yourself?
well, I would have liked to say I grow them myself, but not in the last couple of years. I did before COVID when I had my garden.
Yeah, because I know that they've got like the little troughs or whatever you can grow your own if you
Right.
want. I've only used powdered ones. I've never really used the fresh ones, although maybe after I read this, maybe I will. You never know.
It would be nice if you just had the perfect place outside the kitchen where you could go and clip off whatever you need but it's not always as easy in an apartment.
Well, no, but it would grow on the windowsill. I have a big windowsill.
Yeah, I have no windowsills.
Mhm. Well, it's not that big, but it's big enough to grow some if I wanted to, which I
Mm-hmm.
probably don't. Most of the plants I grow die.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking about myself.
I just don't have the touch. I've got some flowers here. It looks like they're dying. I don't know. Did I water them too much? Did I not water them enough? The ones outside, I just bought them. They already look like they're dying. I'm like, what did I do there now? I don't know.
I just like cut flowers and then when they're gone, they're gone. And then that's it. But a plant, I start to get anxious. Like you said, am I going to kill it? Am I going to too much water, not enough water? And then I got some of that. I don't know, I guess it's a liquid fertilizer,
Oh
and like,
yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
But my daughter, she taught me something, my daughter Linda, and that is mix them up, artificial with real. So she doesn't have a lot of lighting in her home.
Oh,
So some of her plants are real, some are artificial, and so it's low light plants would be the real ones, and the ones that need light, they would be artificial, basically. But you'd never know it unless she pointed that out. You just see plants, and it's like, oh, that looks very nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's a good
I'm thinking
idea.
maybe, yeah, maybe I should buy a couple of flowers, and I have that inside. I have a few artificial flowers in the pot, and I can probably show that to you there. I don't
And
know if I can. Right there. So some of them are artificial,
oh
and
yeah.
right, and some of them are real. The real
Oh,
ones are
you have a
dying.
big windowsill, yeah.
Yeah, the real ones are dying. So whatever. But maybe I should buy a few more for outside. And this one might wind up being all artificial if I can't revive that plant.
Well, and they make, they used to make terrible artificial flowers. They just looked horrible. And now they're so good. Like, really,
That's
you
right.
can even feel them and you say, is it or isn't it? Like they're so real looking.
Well, that's like my succulents. If you can see where are the succulents, over there are the succulents, right?
Oh,
In the
yeah.
middle, in the middle, right? Now one of them's knocked out. Those are all artificial. Now,
Oh, wow.
like, you wouldn't know except for the one because the cat takes that one out and eats it all the time. Blame it on the cat. So let's look at ancient remedies. Now they used all these natural remedies throughout all of history. It's only in the last, what, I don't even know, pharmaceuticals has taken off in the last however many years. I don't know. But before that, it was all natural. So ancient remedies aren't overnight cures, which can be frustrating for those accustomed to Western perspective. When you feel poorly or you learn that you have a health problem, it's natural to want to feel better right away. Taking a pharmaceutical pill satisfies the desire for an instant fix. But this get well quick mindset overlooks an important truth. The body was designed to heal itself. Jordan and I have learned that herbs and spices, which have starring roles throughout the Bible for cooking, for medicinal purposes, and in religious rituals, complement our internal restorative ability. They gently assist your body to do what it was created to do, which is heal itself. Herbs and spices are full of antioxidants with antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. They're so potent that 40% of pharmaceuticals in the Western world were discovered in plants. Aspirin was originally extracted from willow bark. Morphine originates from the opium poppy. And cinchona bark contains a chemical called quinine, an antiparasitic used to treat malaria. According to the World Health Organization, more than 85% of the world's population relies on traditional herbal medicines for common illnesses. 85%, not the West. We look to get a drug, right? We run on allopathy, on drugs.
Right.
So the Bible states God provides us with the herbs for the service of man. That's in Psalm 104:14. There's 110 plants, many of which are still in existence in Israel today, mentioned in the Bible. Understanding more about God's natural sources of healing will offer you superior treatments for what ails you, while also freeing you from dependence on modern pharmaceuticals. So get ready to meet 12 medicinal herbs and spices, primarily used for their health benefits and taken in the form of teas, capsules, tablets, or tinctures. 12 culinary herbs and spices used to flavor and season food while also offering health benefits. Think of the list that you're about to read as your starter pack. You can explore each herb and spice further on your own. There's so much to learn about the healing power of herbs and spices. I even wrote a book about them called Ancient Remedies. Although each herb and spice mentioned below offers many benefits, we focus on the two most important advantages: of each that can significantly enhance your health. So let's jump right in next week.
Yeah.
Because
So when he said, I even wrote a book, was that Jordan or was that
that's Josh. I don't think
did
we've
Josh?
changed from Josh.
Okay.
I think it's Josh Axe, but they might have written it together.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So it's just so interesting because the world doesn't use that. 85% of the world is using natural remedies. And here we are. Go to the doctor, get a drug. Go to the doctor, get a drug. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't take your medication. Let's get that clear. Take your medication if you need medication, if the doctor says that. But really think about that for a moment. Can we
Yeah.
prevent it? Can we prevent it? I mean, I used to be on medication. I had heart medication. I had blood pressure medication, and I don't need that because I'm not eating the things that processed food that was causing me to need those things, basically.
That's so good. Wow.
So our bodies are made to heal themselves, given the right environment, the right mindset, and the right nourishment for our bodies.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. I really, I mean, yes, if you absolutely need it, yes, but we take
Yes.
too much too fast.
Yeah, don't go running there for every little thing, because what happens is you go to a doctor. Anybody can go to a doctor today with a complaint of some sort and get a medication for it. But maybe before doing that for minor ailments, see what else you can do
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
before you take that step. Unless it's
And even
something
even with
serious.
not so minor things, um, if you changed your lifestyle, you may not need that. And how much
Right.
better are you
You
going to
need
be off if you don't
right,
need it, you know?
right. But if it's something that's potentially dangerous,
Yeah,
chest
yeah.
pain, whatever, you go to the hospital, right? But if it's kind of a little cough, see if you can clear it yourself first before you
Hmm.
run to a doctor and get an antibiotic or whatever.
Yeah, the antibiotic for me is the last solution. If I've tried everything else
That's
and
right.
it's not, you know, but
Yep.
it's yeah, and we take too much of it anyway. We take it for things it doesn't even work for because people are so convinced that it's going to work. They want it, and even if the doctor says no, you don't. It's not going to help. Oh, they keep at it.
Well, what about good old chicken soup?
Yeah,
Good
right.
chicken soup when you're sick and you're not feeling well. That actually is wonderful because it's very high in electrolytes. It's,
Mm-hmm.
so it's going to rehydrate you, which is what we've been talking about today. And you'll get a little bit of nourishment from the actual chicken or whatever you've got in there. But even if it's just a broth, then you're getting the electrolytes, and that's what your body's needing with a bit of
Yeah,
flavor to it.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So
Well,
good. Thank you, Kathy.
you're welcome. Let's pray before we
Okay,
go.
sounds
Okay.
good.
Father, I thank you for Pat. I thank you, Lord, for those that are watching, those that couldn't make it tonight, for each and every one, Lord. You know the ailments that they have, you know their heart, and you know the things that they need for their body for healing. And I pray, Lord, that you would show them what it is that they could do, what they need to do. Show them about salt or spices or
Yes.
other nutrients, Lord, or maybe their social setting. I ask you, Lord, for Pat, that you would direct her to a place where she can fellowship with other believers, especially as the time of Christ draws nigh. And we know, Jesus, you're coming soon.
Mhm.
I pray that you would show her, Lord, where she can find someone that can get those drapes up for her to keep her house nice and cool this summer.
Yes.
There's someone somewhere. I ask you to lead her to that person. In Jesus' name we pray. Bless this week. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Kathy. That was so good. I really enjoyed it.